Hey. What a sad situation with James Van Der Beek, man. That's crazy sad. I only recently found out that he was sick, or that he had cancer, and he was sort of like saying something about it somewhere, and I was like, oh, he's got cancer? What the hell's going on? Why does he look like this? And we didn't know. I didn't know the full extent of it, and now he's already dead. I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy, man. I hate to hear that. One of my biggest fears is not being there for my kids. Not being alive for my kids. Probably because my father died when I was 8, so I don't want anybody else to feel like that. But obviously it's going to happen to tons of people all over the place, and you can't stop it. But I don't ever want that to happen to anybody. So it sucks, man. James Van Der Beek dead. He has 6 kids. Well, it's just crazy. And I guess Stacy Keibler posted a picture of him in a wheelchair and everything. That's just crazy. Shotsi's live, yo. What? What's she doing?
Kiss it on the bottom.
I think Shotsi was in the bathtub at Hill House when I was taking the soul.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember
Shotsi and Scarlett. What the hell? Whoa.
We can sign it.
Pumpkins.
I'm doing black.
You're doing black?
Yeah.
Sick.
I need something colored.
What do you want?
What's crazy?
All I have is I don't really have them.
That's my question.
Okay, Scar's getting hers. Okay, this is going to be a dual kiss Polaroid. Oh yes, Brent won another one. Brent is killing it.
Pumpkins are the balls, bro. She live with Marilyn Manson going on in the background. She's selling stuff on Whatnot.
Aww,
she's doing well with that.
Okay, and then we can sign the top of it.
They're doing so much better on Whatnot than having to go out and whatever. They're selling shit for $130. Damn, Shotsi's 30 bids on that. She signed that, got 30 bids on it. Oh my God, they're kissing the pictures and selling them.
My husband will take care of it. It's going to look great. Congratulations, Brent.
Oh my God, Shotsi and Scarlett are kissing photographs of them, Polaroids of themselves, and selling them right now.
The gras of our kits. This Elite kit has everything that the Pro has, but it also has protection. We have this black salt in there to protect you from demon attacks.
That's wild.
Yeah, and then it has a big signed Polaroid. So you're getting the signed Polaroid, your ghost little friends, all that stuff, the tattoo.
Bro, she's kissing the photograph.
This is a good photo.
In the scratch room when she was begging to get
Oh, yeah. This is in the scratch room of Hill House. Yeah, and I am begging to get scratched.
Wow, bro, Shotsi and Scarlett are kissing photographs and selling them on Whatnot. That's wild. I mean, I'm not gonna, I don't want to say anything, Shotsi, but I didn't have to kiss a photograph for D. Welsh's $30,000. Just saying. How's everybody doing? Not great. Why is everybody everyone in the chat is talking about AEW tonight? The whole chat has been just AEW, AEW, AEW. Like, wow. Should I like lead with that? AEW failing to fill Wembley. Should I make that the title? Because I feel like that's like half of what people are talking about. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. Black salt to protect you from demons. Kissed with the kissed pictures. They're pretty crazy. Joe, I won't watch AEW ever again, and I'm not going to say why I'm not watching AEW again. Politics stays out of wrestling. Well, didn't you just say why? You just said why by saying that. Because of the ice things. Because of Brody King's anti-ice stance. Jade Hogan can look like a star when you don't put anybody against her. I guess so. We can all agree women's wrestling sucks. God damn, Two Marks podcast going after women. Patriarchy says Jade looks like a star, unlike every other female wrestler who looks like a jobber. You're kind of right. Kind of true. I love Jade. I don't give a shit. They need to make her a bigger star than she is. They need to do a better job. They need to stop fucking around with her and make her go. Let's go. I mean, only she can really make her go, but you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is the picture that Keebler posted. It's crazy, man. It's so wild how, like, it's just crazy how people get sick really quickly and it's gone, you know? Oh, it's just so crazy. Man. It's crazy. When you hit 40, it's like, once you hit 40, it's like, all right, you really had a pretty good chance of making it to 40. You really did. But once you hit 40, it's like, okay, you probably won't make it the next 40 years. You know, once you hit 40, it's like probably you've got 20 years left. But maybe you've got a little more. So it's just crazy to think like that. Like, wow, I made it to 40. Okay. I might make it to 60 maybe. But maybe that's crazy to think that. You know? That's just wild. Poor James Van Der Beek, man. His family and just like that sucks, bro. You're in the middle of like, oh, it's just such shit, man. You've got a whole bunch of kids. Like it just blows that like you don't get to like see all those kids till they're 20 at least. At least. You know? Man, that sucks.
Honestly, when I'm thinking of Saquon Barkley, you know, I love WWE. It's very cute. But honestly, this is like real football. You're a good athlete, but honestly, when I'm thinking of Saquon Barkley, you know, I love WWE. It's very cute. But honestly, this is like real football.
Man, Tom Brady shitting on WWE. Oh my God.
You're a good athlete, but honestly, when I'm thinking of Saquon Barkley, you know, I love WWE. It's very cute. But honestly, this is like real football.
Say I'm the beat, the largest. Been stepping up since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in forwards. I'm hardest, cause these niggas is hating on me cause I'm the beat.
You're a good athlete, but honestly, when I'm thinking of Saquon Barkley, you know, I love WWE. It's very cute. But honestly, this is like real football.
Say I'm the beat, the largest.
That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. You should have said, I should punch you, Brady. I can't believe Dawson is dead, bro. This is crazy. I can't believe James Van Der Beek is dead. Dawson is dead. What the fuck, bro? Our lives are just going full circle right now. I watched Dawson's Creek. You know? I don't give a shit. I watched it. I liked it. Oh, I liked it for a little while. Then it got really sad, like, you know. Especially the end. All the girls were watching it, and people were, you know, everybody made fun of it. It was kind of like, you know, it was kind of lame or whatever, but, you know, I watched it for a little bit. Dawson's Creek. I don't think he gets any more 90s though, like in a way. Like when I put on Dawson's Creek recently a couple of times to watch it, I almost fucking cried right away. Because I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody thinks. That fucking shit made me think of like being a kid and like what was on TV and like being in school and just the vibe of the 90s. Especially like sort of that mid-90s to like late 90s feel. Like before, like Dawson's Creek was kind of like, you know, it wasn't, like, you know how there's layers to everything? Like in the 90s, there's the mainstream. It was mainstream. Like Dawson's Creek was the mainstream kids. Like the pop, you know, the fucking lame kids. You know, like, you know, you might have been like a metalhead or something or listening to crazy shit. And soon, you know, like Korn and all that shit was going to take over and like fucking Slipknot and shit was going to go crazy. But right before that, you know, but this was like the preppies, right? Like this is the preppy type of shit. You know, they were like the regular preppy kind of kids. So yeah, that other stuff was going on too, but, you know, I don't know, bro. That show definitely makes me think of that time. Even if you don't like the show, even if I didn't like the show, even if it was like cringy and stuff, like it's still, the damn show makes me think of that time. Because I watched it for a little while. And then I watched the ending of it and was like, what the fuck? You know, because like I watched the first season or two. I think how many seasons were there? 5 or 4 or something like that? How many seasons of Dawson's Creek? Wow, it was 6 seasons. Okay, so basically I watched probably... Man, Dawson's Creek actually went on till 2003. That's crazy. I thought Dawson's Creek was like 97 or 6 in 2000. Wow. Okay, so I only watched Dawson's Creek in 98 and 99, and then I stopped. But then when the final episodes aired in 2003, I definitely watched because I wanted to see what happened. Like, hey, what happened to everybody in the show? Because I watched the first 2 seasons and was like... And I think I watched them because, you know, the girls all watched it. And I was like, let me check this out and see so I can talk to them about it, like, basically. Like, I kind of watched it to talk to the girls about it. But then I kind of got into it a little bit. But then after the second season-ish, it kind of got weird to me. And I never watched it. But then I stopped watching it. And then... I definitely watched the last season or last couple episodes of the season ever because I want to see what was up. And then I was like, oh my God, the way that fucking show ends. I'm like, well, fucking kill me. Like, oh my God, bro. This is crazy. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody donated. I don't have it on. Let me see. What's up, everybody? Not good. I was gonna be live at like 8 or 9 o'clock earlier to do a little stream for like an hour or something, but I had some. First of all, it's Finn's birthday today, but we already got done with all hanging out and stuff. But I just I had to take care of some other kid stuff. My kids had other things going on I had to help them with, so I was like, yeah, let me go do that. So I figured I'd come on for a few here, but. Kind of like last night, I got derailed into a bunch of stuff. You know? Anybody want to see my pinky? What up, Big G? What up, Mundo? The OC or Dawson's Creek? I'd never watched the OC, and I probably would never watch that, so I'd go Dawson's Creek because that's my nostalgia. Dawson finally went up the creek. God damn. It's called a midlife crisis. And you an old lady who lived to be 108? Yeah. Oh. Was she hot? Let's see. Oh, I had to send a message to Jesse. He sent me a message. Somebody wants my Sasha Banks ticket thing. You want it? Come and get it. Crazy times. So yeah, the Dawson's Creek shit, man. James Van Der Beek, what a family the guy had, and I know when I lost my dad, that was rough. So a lot of kids losing a dad is definitely sad. Pedro Morales apparently, and Bruno Sammartino apparently named in the Epstein Files. I mean, I don't know if they were named for anything bad, but they're mentioned in the Epstein Files in this excerpt. And there's a couple other repeat things on there, but I don't know the true facts of how that has come about. But they are mentioned. It's kind of crazy to see that. I don't know how AEW is going to fill up Wembley either. United States Department of Justice released more excerpts from the Epstein Files after the late WWE star Ashley Mazzaro was mentioned in the files by an individual whose name was redacted. Probably Vince. No, WWE legends Bruno Sammartino and Pedro Morales and Mr. Fuji were referenced. The files reveal an email from Dr. Harry something, a urologist, to Epstein, discussing the deaths of WWE legends Pedro Morales and Bruno Sammartino. First Bruno, now Pedro. From the New York Times, Pedro Morales, 76, first to win, dies. They also discussed Fuji, Mr. Fuji's death. He said Pedro's dead. Epstein said, I'm devastated. Who is Pedro? Pedro Morales, Fish said. Pedro is dead. Long live Pedro, says Epstein. Fish says, very few people understand the significance of Pedro. Also found out Mr. Fuji died last year. So literally Epstein and this Fish guy were having a conversation about fucking wrestlers dying. Like, that's crazy. Epstein wanted to wrestle some fucking wrestlers. Very few people understand the significance of Pedro. And then Epstein goes, wow, not before I fall asleep. Pedro Morales passed away February 2019. While Harry noted in 2019 text message exchange that Mr. Fuji had died the year before, the WWE Hall of Famer actually passed away in August 2016. Epstein also died in 2019 while he was serving time for his crimes. Wow. Pretty wild. It's an interesting conversation. Talking wrestling. At least Shotsi isn't selling shit online this time. That's true. Hairy urologist. The Iron Sheik was mentioned? I didn't know that. The Iron Sheik mentioned in the Epstein Files. I mean, that is fitting. That's not even, like, that's almost expected. Like, I expect no less from the Iron Sheik that he be mentioned in the Epstein Files. That's crazy, but makes perfect sense, guys. Let's be honest. That makes perfect sense. Like, that is hilarious. Guys, everybody hit the like button if you can. That would help out immensely if you slap that like button. That would be great. Really appreciate it. Boo. Imagine if I was in the files just like beating it. You know, like ruthlessly beating it. And it's like, ah. And you guys were just like, what is this? What is going on here? It would catch everybody off guard. It would throw everybody for a loop. Nobody would see it coming. Twigged. It would Stephen Gurman everybody. Yeah, we got problems on this on this show. We got some real problems. Are you guys feeling the love? I really am sad about it. I don't even care. I mean, it's not like I care, but it's not like I follow fucking James Van Der Beek. That's a crazy thing. You know? It's just crazy. Crazy. Trying to figure it out. James Van Der Beek has no privates. Yeah, he doesn't have anything now. I mean, this is fucking crazy that he's dead. He shouldn't be dead. My dad died at 48 as well. Of course, he had diabetes and everything, but it's just wild. That's just wild to me. I'm trying something. Trying something, guys. Yeah, Shotsi's like kissing photos and selling them on WhatsApp or whatnot or whatever it is. Kissing. She's got Scarlett helping her though. So let's be honest. They have Vince in the files. Yeah, they might. Joe, are you going to play WWE 2K6? Yeah, go fuck yourself. Are you joking? How many times do I have... Is this a troll at this point? Like, are you trolling me? Is this Bullfrog fucking trolling us, guys? What the hell is he talking about? Am I going to play WWE? Are you joking? I'm assuming that's a troll. Whew. That's crazy. I had a long day today. I had a long day.
I've been going to wrestling shows for over 30 years. Never in all that time have I ever felt, until last Sunday, that my security, my safety, my life was in danger
Simpson
at a wrestling show.
Hey JCS World, it's yours truly reporting from Hev. Well, reporting from Tuscon. Why am I here? It's because God gave me one last favor, and that's me getting to kill the old white bitch Nancy Guthrie. I cut the cracker's nipples off and milk sprayed everywhere.
Oh my God. I've said that whole Nancy Guthrie thing doesn't sound right from the beginning. Something is wrong with that situation. And I don't know what it is, but something ain't right for sure. I think you guys know this. I think we all pretty much know that this is horse shit, you know? See what happens. Let's hear what Trump has to say about the files, apparently.
Clinton and the EPSTEIN Files and can commit to their full release by the end of the year. Some of the victims were protesting that too many of them were redacted.
I know there are a lot of people that are angry about all of the pictures of other people, you know, but I think it's terrible. Look, I like Bill Clinton. I've always gotten along with Bill Clinton. I've been nice to him. He's been nice to me. We've always gotten along. Respect him. I hate to see photos come out of him, but this is what the Democrats, mostly Democrats, and a couple of bad Republicans are asking for. But no, I don't like the pictures of Bill Clinton being shown. I don't like the pictures of other people being shown. I think it's a terrible thing. I think Bill Clinton's a big boy. He can handle it. But you probably have pictures being exposed of other people that innocently met Jeffrey Epstein years ago, many years ago.
Were you surprised with the number of photos?
He's like, because of the Democrats and maybe a few bad Republicans? What are you talking about? What is Trump talking about? Your base wanted to release the photos. I think 90% of Trump's base wants the fucking Epstein files released, if not 99. So some crazy Republicans don't want them released? Like, wow. So Donald Trump's calling all of us crazy. Basically right there. That's fucking crazy. I don't know why, but whenever I start XSplit now, it unmutes the fucking regular part of the stream. I have no idea why it's always doing that now. Sorry, guys. I had fixed it. Thanks for telling me. But, yeah, that's crazy. I just wanted to kind of come on here and talk about some of that. And I'm blown away by some of this news. I really am. You know? Wild. Herbie Hancock.
When I went to the first person, I had no money. And I said, how much money do you make a year? And he said, $400,000. I said, impossible. I'm making $10,000.
That's probably more than your family had made in his entire existence.
Yes. And he makes it in a year. I said, what do you do? And he said, it's too complicated for you to understand. Which is what the main thrust of Wall Street people, they want to tell you it's too complicated. Because if you understood that that person was simply, he had a brother-in-law, in fact in this case, who ran the pension fund of General Motors. His brother-in-law would call him and say, buy 1,000 IBM. He'd hang up the phone, he'd write it out on a ticket and walk it to a window. That was his entire skill set. Hello, write what my brother-in-law says, walk it to a ticket window. When I went to the first person, I had no money. And I said, how much money do you make a year? And he said, $400,000.
That's wild. Now that's like, it's like almost $1 million now, or maybe 800,000, 500,000. I don't know what year he's talking about. But yeah, crazy. A lot of wrestlers in the Epstein files. But I mean, not that they did anything. They're mentioned in the files. It's not like they did anything. You know, it's not like they actually did something. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, folks. Thank you, O.J. Simpson, for the $3. O.J., we love that you killed Nicole and you cut her up into pieces. O.J. Kill her again. Kill Nicole 90 times in front of everybody. Thank you, guys. 400K a year. Yeah, that's nuts. And that's really like 600, 800 now. Think about that. But, a little 2K might you need one in wine, Joe? Yeah, I don't have an Xbox anymore. I sold almost everything I have. And then I sold my life.
If you smell what demonic
to the goddamn
it's cooking, babies.
Devil himself.
Brandy and Cody, your mix, baby, will do. So give me the both of you.
The Grim Reaper. Then the Rock. What's your
Then the
I've come to claim more souls.
Oh.
James Van Der Beek was just to warm up. 2026 is gonna be a grim year. Buckle up, bozos. Nancy? You'll see. Ha ha ha. You can't escape fate. So cheer up, butter.
God damn. Grim Reaper. Hey, thank you, man. Thanks to the couple of people that sent me the offline Cash Apps and PayPals. Thank you very much. Grim Reaper. Yeah. You want to meet the goddamn Grim Reaper? Because I'm Vince McMahon.
If you knew who owned Bitcoin or who started Bitcoin, you had Bitcoin, you couldn't sleep at night. I know, 100%. And when the real founder of Bitcoin comes out, it is my humble opinion, and there's nothing humble about me, Bitcoin will go to fucking zero.
One day.
And a microsecond. Whoop. If you knew who owned Bitcoin or who started Bitcoin,
This motherfucker just bark at the end of that?
When you're dealing with a psychopath, if you just do these two things, you'll be good to go. So the first one is, I'm going to be more calm than that person in every interaction.
Yeah.
I will never escalate anything. And the second one is, I will be non-reactive. Even if they say something shocking, my eyebrows aren't going to go up. I'll say, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. I will be as non-reactive as humanly possible. When you're looking at any conversation, even if it's not with a sociopath, the person reacting the least to the other person is in charge.
Mm-hmm.
When you're dealing with a psychopath, if you just do these two things, you'll be good to go. So the first one is, I'm going to be more calm than that person in every interaction.
Yeah.
I will never escalate anything. And the second one is, I will be non-reactive. Even if they say something shocking, my eyebrows aren't going to go up. I'll say, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. I will be as non-reactive as humanly possible. When
All right, there you go. That's the advice for, interacting with psychopaths. Let's get the news, guys. Let's get the news from none other than AI Joe Cronin.
The road to WrestleMania is heating up. WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix is hitting its stride, pulling in 3.1 million global views for the February 2nd episode. That's a solid jump from previous weeks, ranking it as a top 10 English language show globally and number 5 in the U.S. Over on the USA Network, Friday Night SmackDown also saw a massive boost, ranking number 1 on cable for the night. Averaging nearly 1.5 million viewers, this marked SmackDown's largest audience since September and a major jump in the key demographic. Meanwhile, NXT held steady with over 600,000 viewers. Note that SmackDown moves to Sci-Fi temporarily due to Olympics coverage. The road to WrestleMania is well underway, and the numbers show the fans are ready. Stay tuned for more updates.
I produced that in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes ago, I told my AI companion co-pilot, I said, hey, can you make me a video that is about the current ratings for this week? Make it like a news video. Use graphics. And I used my clone, my AI clone, and it spit that out. Can you believe that? You fucking believe that? That's crazy. That is wild. It's crazy that it can do that fast. Look pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Now do China AI, Joe. What's that? Sean's View hasn't seen his daughter in over 10 years. God damn. That's crazy. Well, anyway, just wanted to check in with you guys. You know, say that I was sad about Van Der Beek. That's awful. He had a big family, and it's all those kids, man. It's heartbreaking. I also wanted to say that I brought up the Bruno stuff and the Pedro Morales stuff. There's not really a lot of other things I want to talk about. That's pretty much was really all I want to do. If you guys want to help try to fund the show, fund more streams, or bring the show back to YouTube a little bit more, paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show or Cash App. Cash App is pinned to the top of the chat with everything else. If you want it, it's all in the top of the chat. Or you guys can use this QR code here. Or become a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show and sponsor the shit out of the show. Or whatever, you know, do whatever you want. Or just keep watching, keep liking, keep sharing. Whatever you want to do to keep it going. I will be on Saturday night for Monetize This because my schedule isn't changed into the weekends, I don't believe, yet. A couple weeks, actually, until that may happen. So we're good to go, regular times there. And I may catch you again. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow, maybe. Or if I'll be on Friday, maybe. But yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, get hard. You know, appreciate it, man. I hope you guys are having a good time in the good days. In the good days. And I'll catch you guys either tomorrow or Friday. Well, or Saturday. I don't know. One of those days, we'll catch you guys. Thanks for stopping by for a little bit of fun, or whatever this was. I know this was fun, but a little bit of talk, a little bit of chit-chat. I wanted to see where people were at on a night like this. And turns out, it's really hard down there. If you know what I mean. What did I just say? Yeah, this week is kind of fast. We'll see what happens. It's been bad. I'm miserable, but, you know, it is flying by. But I could be James Van Der Beek, so that could be worse. It could be worse, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you guys want, hit me up. I'll see you next time. Booyah.